What is up, Shine Runners Racing Radio in the house? And I got to cut that down because it's starting to echo, but you know we got this thing rolling up. Swanee, what's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. I thought that was my phone or something. I jumped there, and I was like, oh, what do I got to cut off?
Man, we got a great show lined up in the grid tonight. Terry Odom in the house, the man behind the GOAT Series, and Daryl Wheeler, one of the new promoters for Triple T Raceway in the house, the Black Widow up in here.
That's pretty cool, man.
Heck yeah, man. Everybody out there in the listening world, make sure you share the video, like it. If you're watching on one of the YouTube channels, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the bell. We greatly appreciate it. Also, check out Fouled Out, which is our sister program or brother program or however the hell you want to say it. All that good jazz.
Yeah, it be one way or the other. It doesn't matter. Just check them out whenever they're on, whenever they sign in or whatever. They keep changing nights, man. It's Monday, and it goes to Thursday again, and it back to Tuesday.
We actually had to downshift one because the Dryden late models was going to be at Lakeview, and I think that's going to be Swamp Buggy Racing.
Yeah, they already canceled today at 1 o'clock. Hurt my feelings a little bit.
It must be a thing. Every time they come to the View, Bo, they're canceling because of rain.
I was like, man, I get some weekday racing this week.
Yeah.
So that plan didn't work out, so I guess it's at home again this weekend.
Yeah. And I tell you what, last weekend, bro, good weekend for you guys down there in Halifax.
Absolutely, man.
Up there in Halifax. Over there in Halifax.
Over there and up there.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it.
Man, it was an absolute packed house, dude. I've never seen that many people up there, and there was a lot of people that's been going there that said they've never seen it packed out like that. We had 40 late models on the grounds and for $10,000 to win, and
Dustin Mitchell continuing his tour of winning. This has been a great first year for him.
He's real good up there. That's kind of where he cut his teeth, and that was right up his alley there. But he had to hold off one hell of a field, and he took the $10,000 home and in front of a packed house.
I seen the boss man take a little ride, Mason Price.
Yeah, he took a ride.
That was a brand new car. Steve, I was down fishing. I was teaching Rhett how to throw the hook and not stab somebody in the ear. But we were down at Steve Coors, and Steve told me, he said, everything that they had for that race car come out of the box.
Yeah.
And it laid up on its side. I know it was heartbreaking. But I'm glad Mason's okay and, everything's good to go.
Yeah, it was a light roll. It wasn't nothing major or whatever. He just kind of got turned sideways, and I believe the guys just run up underneath him and kind of turn him up on his side, so good thing. I don't think the car was hurt. So,
do want to give a shout out to our little man Fireball, picking up. I think he got a third place the other day.
They were Wake County or where were they at? Kinley.
One of them, hell, I don't remember.
Yes.
I'm sure Cecil will throw it in there. I know I read it. So, but good stuff on that note, man. We good big things happened back at Rockfish this past weekend. You don't know how good it was to cruise through that gate. God, it was good to cruise through that gate. I talked to
somebody today at work, and they said they had a heck of a time out there.
It was, man, and you know what was awesome? We went to Walmart that morning, and I'm preaching to anybody who races a car or does anything around racing. The biggest form of promoting is getting it out there where they can see it.
Yeah.
We went to Walmart parking lot, bro, right there on Gillis Hill, and Donovan Jackson was there. Nick White came with his asphalt car. We had Wyatt's car. Tanaya Keith was there. Richie Young was there with his Mod Light. And, man, there was just folks stopping by. Where do y'all race that at? We're like a mile and a half up the street. Right here at Rockfish Speedway. So it was cool. They stopped by, and we gave away free kids tickets to get in the gate. And we got there. I know it wasn't just because of that, but the race was slam-packed with spectators. New families, stuff like that, coming to watch racing this way. And it was amazing, man. I do want to give a huge shout-out to my boy, the North Carolina Nightmare. That's right, for all you junior sprints out there that are watching. Just so you know, we brought it home. So you can have another chance next weekend. Carry it home with you. But we got it right now. Matt Thompson with the 270 division picking up that win. Stephen Dunn in the Mod Lights. And that was a show. Man, the Coors had that car run. Both of their cars running. In the heat race, Justin almost passed Bladen. It was a good race.
Bladen was running pretty good Friday night up there at Halifax.
Yeah, he won up there at Halifax Friday night. And it was cool. They put a $200 on him if he won at Rockfish. Saturday night. So big shout out to Bill and everybody who's doing big things down there. Check out rockfishdirt.com. And also, what is y'all, Steel Bandits?
Banditsdirt.com.
Banditsdirt.com for the information to be clicking over for them. You guys are kicking in. Your next show is going to be the 2nd of April in Sumter, right?
It's the 9th at Sumter.
9th at Sumter.
So looking forward to going a little bit further south this time before we head to the mountains of Smoky Mountain.
Did you see my Yugo?
What's that?
Did you see my Yugo today?
I see.
You damn Steel Bambies better be ready to go, son. When I drop the hammer on this Prius, I'm riding, Jack. I'm coming out there. I'm telling you.
You can bring it on down there. You can try. Hey, actually, they got an enduro down there at Sumter this weekend. We can go there and check it out, get some laps on.
I'm ready to. Yeah, I'm ready to
That's
get
a
it down.
wild
I'm gonna
crowd
jump right in the middle of y'all boys. But we have got tonight, man. I'm excited to be sitting across from these gentlemen here. I've got a big spot in my heart for Triple T Raceway because that's when we moved back from Florida. That's where we came straight to, and the thing about it there is we had to take initials because we didn't have time to take names. You know what I'm saying? We rolled right up in there and did some big things, and it was great. And Terry was a promoter there at that time, and now he's moved on. We've got Daryl Wheeler in the house. Daryl is the new promoter for Triple T Raceway, and Terry is here with us too. So at this time, y'all, we're going to slam hams and build programs, and then we're going to flip it over and talk to my main man, Terry Odom and Daryl Wheeler.
There they are. Fellas.
For the record, that was like Sprite.
That's Mountain Dew.
Mountain
Dew.
My man said, do not give me a beer. So we're not, man. We're not. How you fellas doing?
Doing good, brother.
Man, I tell you what, it's great to be sitting across the table from y'all. It is.
It's a privilege
Yeah.
to be in front of the rooster.
Oh, boy.
And Sasquatch over here. I mean,
Now
this guy's been, where's he been?
Huh?
Where's he been?
This dude is a promoter now.
Oh, boy. Oh.
He is a race director, y'all.
Yeah.
My man has
short-lived.
race director.
I don't know if
Now.
my heart can handle that.
Swanee.
Huh.
No, don't take us out of a job, though. We're trying to survive.
I'm trying to be like you one day, dude.
You trying what?
I'm trying to be like you one day. All over the place promoting all these races. You know.
Bro, you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Don't.
I don't ever catch you.
We have to say, though, we got to open up with this. Terry, last time you were here, we were at a chicken wing eating competition.
Sure.
Oh, boy.
And you protested the chicken wing eating competition. So can you flip it back over here right quick? I just got to read off. So
My God.
we got the paper back. I don't know if Terry received it back, but Terry was in our wing eating competition, and he protested it. So the official department of wing eating sent back, Dear Mr. Odom, with careful consideration of your protest, we have viewed the video and examined photos from the contest. The official ruling of the chicken wing eating competition underlined states Fact 1 Exhibit A. We had no idea you could pack that much meat in your mouth. I mean, that's what they sent back from the chicken wing eating competition. So I'm not really sure. How did you handle that? How did you handle the protest?
What is your response to that?
To the protest, Terry?
Well, I didn't see the official response. But I still believe your buddy Bobby was behind the conspiracy of me losing. The cards were stacked against me, bro.
Bobby tried to burn us all up.
Sasquatch was in it.
Yeah, I was in.
Bobby, I think, and I'm pretty confident, put more hot sauce, that fire stuff he has, on my chicken wings than he did anybody else's.
Oh, boy.
That would be Bobby Jackson. I'm sure he's tuning in right now.
I'm sure he is if he's not checked in to his nursing home
I
yet.
should have probably protested the one that was handling it, and that was Bobby Jackson, because I believe that I found some bias in his format that he had.
Well, you know, those days are over, and we moved on, and you are still not a chicken wing eating competition champion. But I do want to say what you are is congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you for your service, man. That's being a sheriff's officer was. It's not an easy job to do, and the force that you were on and everything. I appreciate it because I know how it is out there right now, and it's not an easy job to do. But you know, thank you and all your guys that you were over. You know, we really appreciate all y'all out there if you're watching.
I appreciate it, brother.
And so now you've moved on to bigger things, not just a one-track promoter. I see, you know, you're down in South Carolina at Paradise. And how many other deals have you got going on?
We got now that we turned the lease over to Daryl, which you'll hear from him shortly, and just so everybody knows he's nervous wreck, so I want y'all to ask a bunch of questions and make Daryl even more nervous than what he is now. I mean, I hope Rooster busts his balls like he does mine all the time.
Well, I don't know the gentleman yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
We can't lay into him just.
No, you got to, bro.
No.
Y'all didn't give me no break.
I'm sure I'm
break.
sure he would invite me to his end of the year banquet. So,
Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and lock that up today.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Daryl. Me and your friends.
Anyway, we have Paradise Raceway, and we also now have Ainer Raceway as well, Cartway, and the Reaper Tire. The HBM Reaper Tire is booming right now, and we feel really good about that product. And we're trying to contain it as best we can because it's on fire right now. I mean, it literally, we send the tires to Canada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. We're trying to contain a little bit so we don't suffer some of the growing pains that can come with that. And we're trying to just contain it and focus on like Triple T and Outback and Paradise and Ainer, Tri-County, and just focus on those so we can make the whole idea behind a Reaper Tire is to try to bring karting back.
Right.
The cost of things has skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And it's really affecting our sport, not just go-karting, but it's affecting racing in general. And I'm not out here to knock any other brand whatsoever because, like, the most prominent brand right now is Maxxis. They've done a lot of great things for the karting community, a ton of great things. And Patty and Todd Owens runs Goldspeed, which has the sole rights to the Maxxis tire in the United States. They've done a fabulous job.
Yeah.
And it is nothing but business with us as far as trying to create another market. We don't want to make it personal. I have a good relationship with Patty. I have a good relationship with Todd. I want to maintain that relationship. But we have to find a way to save costs on the drivers.
Right.
And our goal with the Reaper Tire, the HBM Reaper Tire, was not to come out and try to outrun the Maxxis. Our goal was how can we take some of the work out of the tire? Because
that's a big deal. Tires are everything in go-kart racing.
When you're you working a full-time job, and I would probably argue, I don't know the number, but I'm going to guess probably 80% of our racers are hard-working middle-class people. It is hard to go work a job 40, 50 hours a week and then have to come home every day and work on tires.
Right.
If you go out there and survey the drivers, that's their problem. We have to spend so much time and money on tires, it just takes the fun out of it. So we've been working on this tire for about 3 years total now, and one of the things we wanted to accomplish with the tire engineer, which we have a great tire engineer, was let's take some of the work out of it. Let's not let this tire have to have all this prep to make it work. So in that process, that's why it took so long, is to develop a tire that didn't take prep. If we can take some of the prep out of it, it would take some of the work out of it. And the way the Maxxis tire is now is in order to get it, a racer's job is to make whatever they got the fastest they can go.
Yeah.
And it's no fault of Maxxis. It's no fault of anybody's. It's just the racers are going to try their best to make that tire the best they can. So we want to develop a tire it would not take a lot of prep. So working with the engineer, we put some different compounds in there, and we feel pretty confident we've developed a tire that is not going to take a lot of prep. In fact, the more prep you do to this tire, the worse performance it is.
Huh.
We have found that we're only about a tenth or maybe two off of a worked Maxxis, that somebody spent time working it with prep, keeping it 2 or 3, up to 6, 8 weeks before they run it. We're only 1 or 2 tenths off of that. And our guys can literally buy it the day of the race and be just as fast as somebody's had their tire for a month.
Huh, and that's saying something.
It is. And we're very proud of that.
Yeah. I was going to ask, you pretty much already answered the question, as far as is the karting tires suffering like the big cars are right now? I mean, like, it's hard to get them.
Oh, it absolutely is. And the cost is more than anything. And I can tell you this, and I'll share some numbers with you guys. when we first started putting this tire together and looking at the true cost of it, one of it was the shipping. And let's face it, I'm pure bled red, white, blue. But in order to make a tire that you can afford, it has to come from overseas. It's just, it is what it is. That's where all the rubber is overseas, and it's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. Back then, it was $3,000 to $5,000 for a 40-foot container to get shipped from Taiwan to here. Today is $28,000 to get that same 40-foot container shipped over here. And where it used to take 4 to 6 weeks is now taking 8 to 12 weeks. And anything can hold it up. Matter of fact, not the container we just got, but the one before that, it took almost 11 weeks to get it.
Good.
We have a couple on the water now, and we're not looking to get it within that time. So everybody, Hoosier has that problem. We all have that problem right now.
And everybody's running out and buying as much as they can. Have you got? I noticed. A lot of the folks in the big car world are putting a number, so you can come and you can buy 2 or 3, but you can't buy 23. Are y'all doing that in karting? Or because now I've seen back in and this I'm gonna say back in our karting day, which ain't been too long ago, but I know everything changes over years. Those fools pulling in there with 40-foot trailers that ain't nothing but tires. Yeah. They got 2 go-karts sitting in there and tires all the way down that way and tires all the way down. We come in there, you could put a damn penny in the gaps in our shit and still. I had a boy, it's funny, and I don't mean to take over your what you're talking about, but Joey Legg, Joey come down there and he said, what are y'all punching on that tire? And I told him, and he kind of shook his head a little bit. He said, what tire pressure you run on it? Because we were tire idiots. We didn't know. We got one set of tire, and that's the ones that's on the damn go-kart. You know what I'm saying? And he said, your son's got the ability to put that go-kart up front, but you just need to get on a set of tires to make it happen. So he said, bring your go-kart to my trailer. Brought it down there before the race, whole new kid. And that come in the whole aspect of it's all tire on this whole go-kart gig.
And it's kind of unfortunate how we progress at this. And it's easy to blame the tire distributor like the Maxxis. It is easy. But I can tell you that you take the Maxxis tire, the HBM Reaper tire, the Burris tire, that if they didn't do anything to that tire, just say you mounted it and ran it, you could probably run all year long with one set of tires.
Yeah.
That's how good the tires are. But when you start adding all the chemicals to it, takes the life out of it.
They take a brand new tire and cut the rubber slam off of it. Like
they do.
Like just cut it right on off.
If we ran straight up tires where we didn't do anything to it, you could literally buy one.
Don't Millbridge do something like that? Don't they have like a tire deal where you take them off and the only thing you can do is wipe them off?
You can't clean them. You can't do nothing.
Yeah. And then they go out there and they run a race. Now, y'all being go-kart world tire guys, does that change the aspect to driver and cart setup? There ain't really a way to set a cart up. I mean, you can move lead.
Well, no, today's carts you can. There's a lot of adjustments on today's carts. So, the geometry on the front end is crazy.
See, we're out there 4 years ago on a Margay Panther X. You know what I'm saying?
Go out there
we're running A-bones and shit.
This is the problem, too, that we're encountering, and I'm trying to educate some of the drivers is, and not to mention any name, but there was a chassis builder, a go-kart chassis builder that told me the problem with the Reaper tire is now they have to go back to adjusting the go-kart. And let's face it, this is exactly what he said to me at Paradise. The problem is people don't know how to adjust on go-karts no more. They get a generic setup from the manufacturer they bought it from, whatever that manufacturer is, and this is what it should be, and they set it there, and that's it. Then they start playing with tires. And that's how if they're loose, they adjust tires. If they're tight, they adjust tires. We've gotten away from adjusting go-karts. Like there still are in cars.
Yeah.
Just not doing it in go-karts because it's been such a tire game. And to be honest, way the structure is now, it benefits the bigger teams where they can afford to have 40, 50 sets of tires and 4 or 5 go-kart racers on the racetrack all day long. Mm-hmm. So we have to get back to adjusting go-karts. We have to get back there.
Nice. Now, I seen, I'm going to throw a little brick in the action. I seen you bought a Super Street car. What's your plans with all that?
Man, I'll tell you, that's where I don't cut my teeth at in cars. I did race some go-karts, quite a few of them, had some success with it, but I miss driving. And my oldest daughter told me that I was having a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to be in it temporarily.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put my son in it. And I'm so excited about doing that. And he's geared up, and he's never driven a car before, but ultimately that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get my little thrills out of it, but ultimately my son.
They put you in Randy White's car one time, and I think you caught a third. Was that at Rockfish?
Yes.
I think in the Mod Light, you caught a third.
First time ever driving one, yep.
Yeah. So you've got that driving background. We just need to put it to use.
Yeah, we need to put it to use.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my wife was not game for it until I told her that Egan's going to be driving my son. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, we need to do that. And now it's whatever we need. She's okay with it.
Oh, cool.
But when I was me, she wasn't okay with it.
That's the same way it goes with Wyatt. You know.
But I'm excited because I get to have that experience with my son and get him in it. It's going to be fun, and I'm sure he'll wad it up a couple of times. But you know what? I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
That's all the fun stuff. Man, I want to talk a little bit about the GOAT series and the Backyard series. You built this from ground up, and it's amazing as to what you've done with this series, and not only what you've done with the series, but what you do at the end of the year for these guys. I'm talking about I've been fortunate enough, probably not this year, won't happen, but let me tap on that. But been fortunate enough the past couple of years to come out and be the MC for your awards banquets. Phenomenal what you do for karting. It is unbelievable. I haven't seen anybody else doing what you do for your drivers. You know what I'm saying? In these series. And do you feel that's what has made these series what it is?
I do. And I don't like to be boastful. I don't. I'm very uncomfortable doing
Well,
that.
I'm on the outside looking in, and not just that I know you as a friend, but I see what you're doing. And,
it stands out to me, and I don't know anything about the car and stuff, but the stuff you do is it's nice. It's nice stuff.
Yeah.
It's next level.
Let me tell you the concept, and we won't even talk about the backyard. Let's talk about the GOAT since you brought that up, because the backyard is really more special to me than the GOAT, and I'll explain.
And I'm going to say something about that too before you.
And I'll explain that. I'll explain that in a minute why I feel that way. The GOAT. We started originally. The name of the GOAT was Dyno Max's series. That's where it started, 2015. And it started out the same traditional way where you run 4, 5, 6 races series, and you give out some trophies and jacket, and that was the end of it. Well, I thought there was an opportunity to grow that and give back to karting. So I started diving through the numbers and what we would typically get on a race night, how many entries we'd get, blah, blah, sponsorship parking, sponsorship from outside companies. Excuse me. And I decided I'm going to give back. Nowhere in history is any karting series ever give back any money, much less we give back over $20,000. And that's a lot. Majority of that is cash. Like we have our GOAT banquet this weekend, and you and I talked prior to the show, and Rooster's done every one of our banquets up until this year
in style.
Yes, and I will argue that nobody does it better than Rooster. That's for sure. We decided this year to team up with WKA to save the racers money and to save WK and us money because everything's so high dollar, to put it all together. We'll see how that works out. But to answer your question, we would love to have you, Rooster.
I think
you're the best in the business.
I appreciate it.
But the GOAT series
I got a birthday party.
Is different than any other series
4-year-old.
because how much money we give away at the end of the year. You got promoters out there, and I tell people all the time, promoters are just as competitive as racers are. But you have some promoters out there that I believe is bad for the sport. They are. For various reasons. I'm not going to get into them. I'm not going to call them names. But I think the karting community or the racing community in general knows who I'm talking about. we give back almost all the money. And this year, for 2021, we're actually having to pull out of the pocket outside of what we made at the racetrack to give away.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one to believe if I put it on paper or I tell you, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not your fault if we don't make the ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think the GOAT is as successful as it is, because of what the year-end stuff is. We have a very attractive purse, weekly races on our weekly races, but we give back so much at the end of the year. I mean, cash money talks.
Yeah.
And especially in today's time, and you'll see this weekend coming up Friday in Charlotte how much money we actually
Some of those are paying back bigger than the big car classes. I seen a junior class pay $2,000. I mean, you can't even get $2,000 for a late model race half the time.
Karting. When if you're running you want to run for money, karting is where it's at.
I declare.
I mean, we've had you check that Thanksgiving race. It was a $230,000
Now,
purse.
you being a car man, having a car man background, and having a karting background, what is the cost justified as far as owning a big car versus owning a go-kart for the money payout?
There's no comparison. I mean, there's no comparison. You're talking, if you went out and bought brand new stuff, let's just use that example, brand new go-kart stuff, and he can tell you because he just bought a lot of stuff. He's just now getting heavy back into it, and he can tell you the price of that. But I can also tell you the price of what I just paid for a used car, used stuff, versus what you're going to pay in the go-kart. There's no comparison. Mm-hmm. And the money you run for in cars is nowhere near what you're ever going to run for in go-karts.
Of course, and I see, too, in the go-kart world, y'all are having 25, 30 entries in a class where most car entries, I mean, other than, touring series like Steel Block and stuff like that, they're about a 10 car.
Well, you take the Thanksgiving race, take the Chili Bowl. That's the latest one that we had in February. We had almost 600 entries.
Nice.
That's 600 in one day. 600 entries in 19 classes.
Man.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And there was a little over $100,000 given away that day.
Mm-hmm. That's big stuff.
That's big.
And tapping into the backyard. And Daryl, I looked on you guys' schedule today and noticed that y'all had a lot of Saturday night racing.
Yep.
Saturday night, you're just good old Saturday night racing. And that kind of leans into backyard, what I think. First backyard series we went to, no lie, dude, somebody rented a U-Haul truck to get their go-kart there. Dude came in a caravan, Dodge Caravan, loaded to the damn gill plate. I think the kid was riding in the go-kart in the back of the caravan. I mean, but it was unbelievable of the people that came out to race that backyard series race. It's hard to run with your Austin Bankers and Yarboroughs and Wyatts, and you know what I'm saying. But that gave the backyard series to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, Terry. That gave the opportunity for the man who don't have the 40-foot trailer and 5,000 sets of tires to come out and be competitive.
Yeah, and that's why I was wanting to go to with the backyard series before he hits it. The backyard series, this will be the 5th year of the backyard series. And the whole idea behind that backyard series is to cater to the middle and lower class people, not drivers per se. Talent per se, class per se, money wise. And me and my wife to start. I don't remember the year, but I know that for a fact this is the 5th year. But what made that so special to us is that race number 1. We wasn't real sure how this was going to work because our top class was $200. That was our top class. At that time, it was a $10 gate fee was the average, but we had a $8 gate fee. And the top entry fee was like $25.
Yeah,
if I remember right, $25, $30.
Yeah,
and we had over 300 entries that night. The class paying $200 had 40-something entries in it. But what made it special to us is we had guys come up in there in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
With their go-karts in it. We had a rented U-Haul,
that's right,
you just mentioned. We had flatbed trailers. We had guys in the back of a station wagon.
Yeah.
And that was over half the field was that way.
Yeah, yeah.
I went around, and at Max's, Patty gave me like 6 sets of tires to give away. Excuse me. give away that night.
That ham's got you.
And I went around to the people that were in a rented U-Haul or in back of a pickup truck, and I give them tires. And they have never bought a brand new set of tires. But I just gave them a brand new a set of 4 tires, and they almost cried. That became personal to me because
it was very appreciative.
It very. I mean, those guys, and I'm not knocking the GOAT series when I say this. I am not. I beat up on this early on because I did not allow the more successful teams to come race. I did not.
Yeah.
I put it, you cannot, if you've won this championship or you won this amount of money, you can't race.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember seeing it, but
you got your butt handed to you over it. Yeah.
But I stuck with it and said it is what it is. Y'all got 99% of the weekends, you got somewhere you can race. But the type of clientele we're attracting, they don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have that. Other than Fran does a good job at Southern with it. Buck's now doing a good job with Saturday night stuff at Tri-County. But prior to that, there wasn't that guy that can come up there in the back of a pickup truck and be competitive. We've had people that never, ever, 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 ever won a race before win them in the backyard.
Yeah.
That's special.
Yeah.
That's why it's special to me, and I will always be connected with the backyard. And Daryl and them's doing a great job. They've just picked up the mantle and going with it. And and he'll tell you too that I expressed to him the backyard's a big deal. Yeah. It's a big deal, and it can get even bigger.
Yeah.
Our biggest number is 347 entries. I'm hoping, and it looks like he may beat that this weekend, and I hope he does, because that's good for karting.
Yeah.
Him and I have many conversations about Saturday night racing, and you'll see that he's picked up the mantle and went a lot of Saturday night racing.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball on that because I had too many things going on.
Yeah.
Way too many, and I dropped the ball on Saturday night racing. He's going to bring that back at Triple T.
It's
Buck's doing it at Tri-County. I'm going to do it at Ainer, and that's where the focus needs to be right now on Saturday night racing.
It's been talked about a lot, man. You know, as far as, you know, not everybody's got the big cash, but there's a lot of people that want to race. Yep. And so offering that, I think that's going to bring you more people to your track. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to give the opportunity for that guy he just wants to be out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? With his kid or with, because I see a lot more folks starting to get into racing with their kids because it's cheaper.
It is.
Just saying, you know, I see a lot of people they've been driving for years and now they're getting their kids into racing because it's easier. You know what I'm saying, in the long run of things. But I did notice, and before we get to talking about Triple T with Daryl, I've been noticing you've been putting up a lot of free entry fees here lately for the Reaper tire classes and stuff. That's amazing, man. Paying out $1,000, but it's no entry fee at all. That's good stuff.
And that really comes from Henry Moree with the HBM side. He knows and understands that we have to build up karting.
Yeah.
We have to get the numbers back up where they need to be to sustain a $145 complete set of go-kart tires. And some people may say,
$845 for a set.
$148.
Oh. Woo! I started to say, geez,
$145. In order for that to work, we got to have big numbers because the profit margin is not there.
Yeah.
Versus some other tire manufacturers, the profit margin is not there. But we're fortunate enough with Henry Moree that he has the ability to say, hey, look, like with the GOAT Series, I'm fixing to post the next race for the GOAT Series. There's going to be a couple of classes. There's going to be no entry. They will be, and it's completely paid back to top 5 guaranteed, and it will end up being $3,000 or $4,000.
Daggone, that's good stuff.
But right now, where cost is, and just that's how we come up with the North South Series. That's the sole purpose. If we know cost is crazy, we need to scale back on some of this racing we're doing where we can have lower gate fee, lower entry fees, but still pay decent money.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea behind the North-South Series, and we hope to grow that in the future to where we encompass several tracks in that. And I think that's really going to be a big deal. I know we'll talk about it a little bit later, but I think the North-South Series is going to be a huge deal.
I seen Fayetteville just bump their winnings up. First prize, and all the way from the bottom up. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it. A lot of people, you know, say that, hey, we were paying we were paying $10 to get in the gate 30 years ago and racing for the same amount of money we're racing for now that we're paying $40 to get in the gate. And everything goes up. And what a lot of people don't realize is you guys go out there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all been out there couple months trying to get the track ready for what's coming up this weekend, or what was going to be the other weekend rained out for the goat. Now, coming back this weekend, I believe you got a race going on down at Triple T.
Yeah, first backyard race.
Yeah, so is a lot of time and money and effort that goes into getting stuff ready. So you got to try to get some of that money back, because if you don't have money to work on, there's no racetrack. But then again, you gotta come up to date, and I see that's what you guys are doing.
Oh, absolutely. And Darryl will tell you right now, I know he's going to have plenty of time to talk here in a minute, but one of the first things we talked about, if you think there's a bunch of money, you're wrong. And he'll tell you, I told him that. It's not. Yeah. But his heart's there. They've dumped a pile of money in Triple T, and I can tell you right now, it's going to take them a long time to recover that money. Right. We have this perception out there that these promoters are making tons of money. Woo!
Yeah.
When he has a chance to talk, he'd say the amount of money it takes. So now, he decided to go in there and do a lot of stuff in Triple T, which is fantastic. I mean, the place looks freaking phenomenal. But he chose to do that knowing that there's not a lot of money in this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's sometimes it's painful to hear when people say, oh, the promoter's just greedy. They do this and do that. It took me probably 2.5, 3 years to recover my initial investment that I put in Triple T. Mm-hmm. And he's putting even more into it, and it's going to take him probably even longer to do it. And it's painful sometimes to hear, promoters are greedy. You're gonna have some good nights, like a Chili Bowl. But it's 7 years in the making to get it to where it is now. And I'm not trying to pour mouth and all that with people, but I wish people would understand that how much money actually see the final product when you roll in that gate Saturday morning. But there's 3 to 4 days worth of work getting to there that you have to pay for. Yeah. Nothing's free.
And we got to get out and support these tracks too, because you want to know what the main make you believer is. We're not running next year, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that
Rockfish.
This year.
Rockfish.
I heard that come from Bill, and there's a lot of people that's got a lot of heart in the Rockfish, just same as Triple T. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And whenever Bill said put that post out that we're not opening this year, I'm like crushed, man, for real.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody, get behind them. Even if you go-karting can be the same thing, man. Take your go-kart and put it out in front of a store. Sit there with it on the stand, talk about it. Where you race this at? We did it this weekend. Hand out free kids tickets. If you don't listen to anything I say, which I wouldn't listen to much I say, give out free kid tickets. Yep. Take a couple go-karts to a classroom or to a school. Here's the thing. Kids can't drive. We did it at Triple T with Terry for I want to say it was one of the backyard series. We gave away a bunch of free kids tickets. Shoot, man, there was people out there we ain't never seen before. I don't doubt some of them didn't get a go-kart. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And that gets people in your door, and people that might not have never come. They're going to bring a parent or two. You're going to recover your $5. You see what I'm saying? Get out there, do what you can. As me, how do you switch that thing? So as far as our race team, I put a lot of money from our race team back into the sport. I did the same thing with Triple T. Mm-hmm. Bought medallions, bought trophies, you know what I'm saying? You give back. Because it's our part, too, as card owners and car owners and stuff like that, to help promote the race. Because when you hear there's no track to run at and you got to travel 3 or 4 hours up the street, that hurts when there's something right here in your own backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
really
agree.
Does.
I agree. Well, the format we've got at Triple T, we know the investment's going to be we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
So the goal is, when me and Terry spoke the very first time, it was, man, there's all these big races, and you need them. Those guys deserve those races. But I was like, can I think I asked you to lease the track at first, and said, hey, can I borrow a few dates off your track? Because we need Saturday night racing, and he jumped right on board and was like, hey, might not renew the lease. Come talk to me, and then we'll work together. But the goal is to make it affordable. What you just said, my partner Carl Gallimore spoke to me about it and said, hey, we need to go to schools. We need to take the carts to the schools. I mean, we have 6 of our own.
Yeah.
And we could do that. So that's the whole goal. Low entry, none of the money from registration or when the drivers come pay in will we ever profit off of. I mean, we're not necessarily going to guarantee money. It's going to be, hey, race for $300-500, 10 cart minimum, 12 cart minimum. But if we get more, then we're just going to raise or pay back even further.
When we were racing in Florida, it was $20 to get in the gate, $25 to enter the race, and they gave first, second, and third place medallions. Packed the place.
Yeah.
Because people just want to race.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't about the money.
That's right.
But I've learned through fishing tournaments, we've held our Fishing to Fight Cancer tournaments, and we started at $250 to win, and we brought in, 19 teams, and now we're over $5,000 to win. We bring over 100 and something teams. So you're right, Terry, money does bring people, but sometimes just stepping back to the roots of racing is what it's all about.
One of the biggest crowds we've had was that backyard, and it's for $200 to win. 47 go-karts entered for $200 to win.
Yeah.
Nothing about. Sometimes it has to do with the money. You got three different clientele in any kind of form of racing. You got the low budget, really low budget people. You got your middle class budget, and you got your high dollar budget. I'm going to argue, and Darryl will tell you the same thing. There's a whole lot more middle class and down than there is of the money people. You can make Saturday night racing profitable. You can. You just got to stick with it.
Yeah.
Where I failed is getting too much going on. We had a good Saturday night program going on with Triple T, but where I failed at, I had too much going on, and I started backing off the Saturday night stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to pick it back up at Triple T.
That's
and
cool.
It's going to be promising.
Slide that mic up just a little bit, man. We got a couple
Up here?
Yeah.
I
there
just
you go.
noticed that. I was over fumbling with it because they said speak up.
Yeah. So first off, I just want to welcome you, man. That's awesome.
it.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. And so, have you got a karting background?
Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, me and my father and my brother, we went racing. We were back when it was the track was Tar Heel.
Yeah.
We raced down there for a long time. Kind of got out of it, got a little rough crowd down there every other weekend, ended up in a fight. So hopefully that's something we don't, make normal. Raced multiple different tracks, just enjoyed it. But we were young, so got out of it, kind of got bored with it, had kids. Then turned around about 8 months ago, watched a movie on TV, and I've said this on a couple of different shows. Watched a movie, a kid and his dad went to a track, they went to a different town, and just ended up being a Christian movie, and it was just good. It was like, man, I miss racing. Yeah. And then I looked at my wife and said, hey, look, let me get a go-kart. The intention was maybe if I got a go-kart and got a driver, maybe I could slide in and race again. That didn't work out. I got to stick to having drivers.
Yeah.
But it went from one go-kart to 4 go-karts to seeing the scene. I didn't realize karting was as big as it was now. So when you guys say Terry has done a lot with the sport, I'll be the first one to tell you. I went to a lot of different tracks, and all of them ran pretty good programs. But I went to Terry's. Like, these events were massive. Oh, yeah. I mean, but then also at the same time, it gave me a sense of, man, what's everybody else doing? Where's all the other karters that you would see at the Backyard Series? They're not here. So it was like, man, this is already big enough. We need to. Where's the next big thing? Like, where are the next big drivers at? And that's where the conversation come up, as far as the Triple T part goes. But yeah, we had a good run. I mean, we won a lot of races and won a couple fights. So it was pretty good.
That's all that matters.
Hell, lost a couple too, but that was back in the early 2000s. It was a little different, but so really just heart's into racing. I mean, we love racing, any form of racing, really, to be honest with you. So.
And Terry spoke up a little bit ago and talked about some of the upgrades, what y'all are doing, putting it into the Black Widow. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about those upgrades, man. What are y'all doing?
Well, first, I really want to thank a couple of people real quick. So, and I know they're watching.
Definitely.
Carl Gallimore, Cindy Gallimore, Gina Wheeler, Tom Horn and his wife and his family. They have been working day in, day out, revamping this entire place. And without them, it wouldn't be possible. I got a full-time job, and it requires me to be there a lot. But without them and that family being partners with us, it's probably not possible. But what they're in the middle of working on, because I don't want to take any of the credit. Really, I got the opportunity, ended up making a good partnership, and without that partnership, it wouldn't work. So Carl handles, Carl, his wife, and Gina, they handle a lot. Of course, Gina's my wife, but they handle a lot on that side of it. We just revamped the concession stand.
Are you going to have that fried bologna sandwich? Because that's a staple, bro.
Yeah, that was the agreement.
That's Robinson County prime ribs.
I was going to say that. That's the Robinson County prime rib. That's like, if you go to Triple T, you got to have that.
Yeah, that was the number one thing on the menu to begin with. They're going to have a variety of things. I mean, obviously, you got to test the market a little bit with what's out there. Racing, it's all about quick food typically. Like, pizza might work, but, hot dogs, hamburgers always work. And Cindy's in charge of that. And I'm going to tell you, she can cook.
We went down. Hey, the most memorable thing, I was a kid. Let's see. I was 10 when I was racing Junior Superstock.
Many years ago.
It was a long daggone time ago. And Johnston County Speedway had a 500-mile-an-hour sausage dog. It was a sausage dog, and it had green pepper and onions and mustard on it, and you could get chili on it, too. They'd make it dirty. They'd put chili on it.
Yeah.
But I come home with a mini stained shirt from that. Now, I'm telling you, I would go back, and if they've closed that track down now, but I'd give anything. My daddy still, he says it to this day. Wonder if they got that 500-mile-an-hour sausage dog around here. And we've tested the waters everywhere we could go, but we haven't found another one like Johnston County could put out.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that was – and out of all the stuff that I remember from racing, other than flipping off turn 4, is that damn sausage dog.
Yeah. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, Cindy's probably she is. She's listening because I see her. She commented on there. She might be able to make you one of them 500-mile-per-hour.
God almighty, it was good.
But we, even with the concession side, we're gonna have a suggestion box there for people. We want to find out what their favorite food and stuff is. But new clay, we got brand new clay. One of the things me and Terry are going to work on really hard is track prep. Right. It's easy to promote anything, but if you don't have a track, it doesn't matter. Concession don't matter.
Well, that joker right there, I've seen it happen, buddy.
Yeah. He came out the first time we actually spread it out, and the tires took to the track real good. We rolled them around. It rubberized really well, so I'm pretty confident that the track's going to be pretty great. Moved the fence back, and then we actually moved the track back out there at the track, and then, of course, was able to create about what would you say, 20, 25 feet?
22 to 25 feet.
22 to 25 feet from that stand where everybody's scared at. And I learned the other day it had a nickname. I didn't realize that the track had a nickname called the Widowmaker.
Black Widow.
They said it was a Widowmaker. So
oh, yeah.
Hell, that's where the Black Widow come from.
Turn 4 was something else, boy.
Yeah. Well, now it's almost as if you now I don't want to say it the wrong way.
Just say it.
If you hit that flag stand now, it's gonna probably be you got to rethink what you're doing because we put a lot of effort into it. We put more banking in the track. I mean, just everything that we did, I think, was a blessing and it come out right.
Yeah.
And it's all the characteristics to keep you away from that flag stand. So, we got it's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff out there. We got a registration building. We just went ahead and Carl donated one of the office buildings that he had. It looks like an old shack, like the little Dale Earnhardt shack. It's not done yet, though, so don't compare it to Dale Earnhardt shack. But it's got a lean-to on the back, lights all around it so people can sit back, eat up under the picnic tables. There's just – you have to come out there and see it. We're going to put on a show. Our goal is to give you a national level feeling at a backyard race or at a Saturday night race where you don't have to spend a lot of money to race. And we're going to treat them like kings and queens. We just want them to come out and have a good time. And
I have to say, though, what you were talking about track pimp as far as Terry, we were out there one night. We always park right there by the concession stand, and it started raining. And I hold my hand to God. We could have speared a group or something. They was coming through there. It was raining so damn hard. It quit raining within an hour. They had to he cut the top off, rolled it in, and we were back out there on the racetrack running.
Yep.
Remember that night? Good God. I said, yep, we fixing.
It became a monsoon.
Because my favorite time ever at a race is when that bitch rains out.
Yep.
I'm telling you. And we're cooking on the grill, and everybody's gathered up in the trailer, and we're just having fun. We got the Conway Twitty blaring. Don't know how we're going to get home. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm probably the only person in the world that stems off of this, but I love being at the track and it rain out. I don't know. I enjoy it, dude. I love my people. I'm like Timmy Blackle. He was here the other day. I feel most comfortable around my people.
Yeah.
And when we're all together and we're having fun and the Conway's pumping, and we're having a blast, and it's just I enjoy it.
What makes it special about racing, though, is we're all like-minded. 99% of the people, we all feel the same, just like your hat. 90%, 99%. Seriously, it is. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're all hardworking, middle class. Most people, middle class people.
Yeah,
and we think alike, and it's good to be around those type of
good people. See, when I'm at the racetrack too, and this stems off, and I feel that that's the people that you're going to get out there doing Saturday night racing. I don't worry one bit about my son. When we get to Rockfish Speedway, my son is out of the truck before I get parked. He's over there playing football with his buddies.
Yeah.
And at Triple T, it was Ted and Teresa. They're jacking them up on ring pops and damn, airheads and riding them around on the golf cart. And then I know that somebody's going to straighten my son out if he's doing something wrong.
Tell you.
Or come get you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't realize the camaraderie and the realness of racing. And I loved that old Saturday night. I was an old Fayetteville Motor Speedway 80s baby.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So that's where and East Mountain Speedway, and Johnson County. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in the old days of racing, and that's how it's still to a certain percent of that way today. You know what I mean? That the whole family atmosphere of it.
Me and my wife had that talk not long ago. That's why everything played into this, and that was one of the biggest things. I was like, man, I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah.
Like when you're out there and you're talking to those guys. People that I raced against years ago from Tar Heel, and then. But it is like a big family, no matter what. You're competitive, and we've been in some stumbles. I've been in trouble at Terry's track before. Trust me. Well, I hadn't, but some of my folks have. But afterwards, you talk it out, you hug, you walk away from it. It's kind of insane. So, but now you're right. That family feeling. Sometimes rain out ain't a bad thing. You just kind of sit back, party, get up under a shelter, and roll out. So.
I'm thankful Lisa threw that up there. Hey Lisa, I'm working on it hard. I'm gonna be this dude's best friend before he rolls out of here tonight. Lisa said his junior sprint's taking on a Triple T race this year.
If I can get this guy to come call maybe a backyard race or something, we might work something.
We'll work something out.
come call.
You remember the duel?
Oh,
we put on the duel, man, and I'm gonna tell you that race was phenomenal. We had those kids. The junior sprints invaded Triple T that night, and come out there and we had qualifying round where it was only 10 cars locked in, and I caught a lot of grief over that because they're just kids. Well, when they get to the big leagues, they're gonna have to lock in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So out of qualifying, we locked 5. Then we did a 1-800 plumbing heat race. Those 5 from that heat race locked in to make the 10. We pushed them out on the front straightaway and announced them kids. You're talking about 8, 9-year-old youngins.
Yeah.
That are getting their name announced. It pumps them up too. They're feeling like superstars. They're getting fireworks show. You know what I'm saying? We try to do it big because getting into the future of racing.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to move up if you don't have the kids.
So you're saying you'll come call the backyard race Saturday?
You're throwing it on me, man. Well, I would.
Hey, that's a good trade, Rob.
I was like, wait now.
That's a good trade.
See, I would have been at the awards banquet Friday, but I didn't get invited. And then,
so this is how we build that relationship. We do it right now.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
So, but if it wasn't,
You know what? I'm leaving for Charlotte about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You better be at my house, getting in my car with me. Coming with me.
Kid Chaos. He'll be out there in the go-kart soon. It's his birthday today, as a matter of fact. Happy birthday, son. But Saturday, I got him a big monster truck coming to the house, and it's a big birthday party.
If we could work something like that, it'd be awesome because it would kind of play a part in the show. But
well, we're bringing 10 to 12. I think we got 16 this year.
We have over 200 more people through the gate when they come in.
Yeah, because every kid's bringing 5 or 6 people. Yeah. Lisa, that just asked that question. She's down there with Robbie Williams and all them. God, they're bringing 15, 20 people every time they come to the track, and that's one car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that travel with these. We just got invited to Jacksonville International Speedway in Jacksonville, Florida. We're going down to race there October 8th. All the junior sprints. They don't have that class down there. It's the first time anybody's ever seen them. We're taking them down there.
Are these groove tires or are these?
Yeah, they're groove, but they're not. They don't spin up enough to even mess that track up.
Okay. We'll work something out. We'll try to put a couple of dates in there.
I'll bring the champ down there, let him run a couple times, let you see him.
What are you doing Sunday? We got open practice.
What is Sunday? Nothing.
Come on.
Huh? I need to go down there anyway. I'll have to get all the stuff out of the car.
Yeah, there's a
out
lot
of the trailer.
There's a lot of stuff. There's probably going to be quite a few people there, but it would be pretty cool to come out there and see. Let's see what it does.
Yeah.
Just because my inexperience on that side, but I'll, if it's about putting kids on a racetrack, then I know that me, Carl, and the gang would be like, look, we want to help out the best we can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be neat, man.
We'll see
so
what we can do.
I will see what we can do. Maybe we can get his car down there Sunday and let him turn a couple laps. That'll be fun. I know he'd love to do that. Okay. We're reaching up on our full hour, but I want to tap in. So this weekend coming up, 3/26, the HBM Reaper Backyard Series. Then you got 4-2 to Max's Saturday night racing.
Yep,
it's going to be down. Then I seen a couple big. The WKA Nationals is going to be down there May 21st. That's going to be a big show. That's always a good show down there. That WKA Nationals. My daddy flagged for WKA in like 19.
You gotta meet his daddy.
Oh, the genuine junkyard dog. Tell him, Swanee.
Junkyard dog. You gotta meet him. What do you think about him, Sasquatch?
Thank God there ain't but one race. One.
I'm sure there's a lot of people said that about me too, but I am proud to say that I am the son of genuine junkyard dog. He is definitely son. And I seen that you guys have a rule change coming up. So what I've got to ask the question about is what in the little 6-pound 4-ounce baby Jesus is an amateur superstar, semi-decent but still good, owns 8 jackets but still not a pro yet class. What is that?
You want to take that one, or you want me to take?
No, you got it. It's all you right there, baby.
But I see that y'all are working to.
Yeah, we're gonna try to work it.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to get the kinks out. Even though Backyard was kind of like this, that series was for beginner racers and racers that needed more experience. We still put an amateur class there just to kind of legitimize it. It's just one of those things where, hey, at the end of the day, if you've been racing for 10 or 15 years and you have those jackets and you have those trophies and accomplishments, hey man, you really got to move up and get up there with the Yarboroughs and the Knopfs and the the Knalls and all those guys. Go race with them. I mean, and work your way up like you did when you were an amateur. Because there was a time where same scenario you had. You didn't have a lot of tires. You didn't have all the prep. You didn't have all the answers. But then when you got it, you got good. Yeah. But it's all about moving up. I mean, what are we teaching the juniors when you talk about the junior 1s, 2s, 3s, and red plates? They just got to move up. And I don't want to be really hard on it, lose racers because of it. But this year at our track, it's my first year promoting. I don't know who all's won what. Come on, you can run amateur this year. However, if you win X amount, or you do with the rule that I mean, me and Terry Terry put the rule together, and I totally agree. You win more than X amount of dollars, or you have a jacket. So it's done.
I see one of your drivers on here now. Are you gonna let Andy run an amateur? Because he says he's running amateur.
No,
that's what he told me. Andy Osborne.
Andy Osborne told you that.
He told me he's running amateur this weekend. This weekend he's gonna run amateur on your go kart.
Did he really?
That's what he told me.
Oh, okay.
Andy's been a champ like every year.
Andy
That's the champ.
Osborne
is the champ. I love some Andy
pro
Osborne,
driver,
son.
but he wants to run amateur.
Nah, it's not gonna happen. Andy's listening, and he can realize it's not gonna happen.
Andy, put me in it, bro. I'm an amateur. I mean, I'm giving.
You ain't.
I'm giving up about 350 pounds.
Swanee.
Oh, man.
He tried to claim like he's an amateur, but he used to be good back in the day, didn't he, Bo?
Well, see, I never seen the go-kart days. All I seen was the mud truck days, and they were pretty good at that.
Andy just said it's pro amateur.
Yeah. Pro amateur, semi-pro.
Andy, you still wouldn't be eligible to run in that class.
And we don't mind who comes and races Backyard.
You're right, Brian. Andy is a goat.
But you got to legitimize amateur though. You got amateur. The way I look at it, you win amateur. You make go to semi-pro. They brought out a class just for you to go to the in-between class. Go to it and race it. And then when you win
Didn't Will Ferrell star in semi-pro?
Yeah, I think
so. Brian Ivy's on there. I think he should be.
And I got to tell you something about Brian. Brian, Brian, you still got the black flag I gave you? We actually, it was funny because when I was able to come to the awards banquets,
for the record, he did some laps at Triple T on a go-kart.
Yeah, and I got outran. Because let me tell you that story. So my son says, I told Wyatt, I said, son, you cannot let out in a red plate. If you lose momentum, if you scratch off momentum, you got to regain while everybody else is in the group and gone.
Yeah.
He was like, won't you get out there?
I
was like, all right, then. So he beats me by 2 seconds, right?
Oh,
And then,
man.
dude, I
Only 2 seconds.
I pull up in the grid. Mr. Ted's wife's over there chunking zebra cakes at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm overweight to start with. Or honey buns. She's chunking honey buns at me while I'm in the grid. And then they're on the microphone when I get back in the thing, because Wyatt got out of the go-kart, and he come over there, he said, just want you to know I beat you by 2 seconds.
Oh, man.
Too fat to race anyway.
Oh, God.
That's what he told me. That's what my kid told me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's epic. That's pretty cool.
Did you have to have a can of corn?
I did, dude. I'm telling you, I don't think I'd ever prayed for a caution quite as bad as I was doing. I'm out there like I'm 2 damn laps in, struggling. Trying to breathe.
He's talking about I need oxygen. I need oxygen.
They got
What
me.
did you say that night? You talking about oxygen.
Yeah, I need a damn oxygen bottle, and they got me in a leather jacket that's for Andy Osborne. I'm in this thing like a damn sausage skin. I look like a bratwurst laying in the cart this right here.
Oh, you squeezed in.
I'm having to hold
Yeah.
my helmet down because my neck muscles can't handle the horsepower of that damn car. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a bind, bro. I am in a bind out there.
Oh, man.
And still lost.
wow.
You see Jonathan Bellamy. I tell you what, Bellamy, I'll run if you get your ass out there with me, buddy. What you got to say about that
You
one?
just
love
can't
to
race
see
an
that.
Jonathan
amateur.
Bellamy.
But you can't race an amateur.
Why?
You already told us your background.
It don't matter.
Oh, you can't. I mean,
Let me and Bellamy have a grudge race, just me and him.
Yeah, but
We just
Bellamy,
can't
I
do it in
promise
amateur.
you won't finish that race.
huh?
He will not finish that
You know,
race.
you are competitive.
It'd be
you said the
great.
same thing to me. We were at dinner. I was like, hey man, let's just mean you got a racist promoter. And I was like, dude, I just asked you to go race.
You won't finish the race.
You wouldn't finish the race.
You wouldn't finish the race.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you right now, it just wouldn't happen.
I think it's going to happen.
I think
You
it-
need to
How
run
many
that
promoters can we get together to get in one race?
Run the rookie red plate for a year, then come talk to me.
I rookie red.
Oh,
That's where you need to
Look,
be.
I go back to the methanol. I wouldn't even get on a clone for that. I would say we need to go limited
Flat
modified and
heads.
roll.
Yeah.
oh.
I go alcohol.
Yeah, I'm down for
Let's
that.
go alcohol.
Yeah.
methanol.
Let's go
I'm down for that.
You got an extra go-kart? I'll ride now.
I got a couple bent ones right now. We're still rookies and we are amateur. So
Yeah.
outside of Andy, I got some extra go-karts. I got one right now that's halfway bent. I mean, I'll turn around with it and have fun with it. I found that out last night at the
Halfway
scales.
bent.
Oh no, it's horrible. I go to the scales. I'm like, hey man, come scale out, and then hell, next thing you know, I'm like, that's two in 1 week. I just realized
The
the expenses there.
You weren't around when this happened, but we were when we had Shine Runners the first time. We were building a race called Love for the Big Guy. It was me, my dad, Bobby Jackson, and what's Bill? Not Kevin Bill, Brandon Bill. And we had this thing hyped up, dude. Everybody was coming to see it. It didn't happen, but we were on the talking trash. I mean, just building it up, man. We had all these people excited to come. So doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And on Fouled Out the other night, they had some rivals, in the sport of, late model racing and stuff like that. But that builds interest.
Yeah.
Terry invited me, when he liked me, he invited me to Applebee's one day. And
He didn't like you too much to
He
take
said,
you to Applebee's.
yeah, he said,
I was
Rooster.
about to say, I took you to Logan's. You took me to Applebee's.
Yeah.
You should have known right then.
He said, Rooster, we need some ideas. And I was like, man, do what did we say? The Savage 60, twin 30s.
Twin 50s.
Yeah.
Twin 20s.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, it
wait,
was
wait,
Savage 60,
yeah.
but then you bumped it back down to 50 laps, 25 apiece.
Yeah.
But, putting a title, and I use this stuff as a marketing genius for my son, all of his, like, Chili Bowl, the Rumble, we won that in the kid kart. Vegas Southern Shootout, I use those as title championships when I build his portfolio. You know what I'm saying? So having a title to those races, people, they come to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The invasion, you know what I'm saying? Get some alien trophies or something of that nature. You know what I mean? It really works in the aftermath of everything.
Yeah.
But man, I love it. I could sit here and chat all night long.
Well, I can tell you right now, Bellamy keeps talking crap.
We might have a race on our hands.
Right now,
we might
Bellamy,
have a race.
You fixing to talk yourself right into a race, and you won't finish that race. I'll win it, but you won't finish it.
We're gonna find out if you can hit that flag stand.
I would say if it's going to be a triple T, the flag stand might get hit again.
Oh, it's
My
gotta
Lord.
be. It's got to be a triple T. It's got to. That's the only place we can do that at.
So I got one question for you though. So we got the North-South Series coming up. Who you taking? We didn't really answer each other the other day.
I got to go with the North, baby. I mean, because it's going to be. We're going to have to put that line in there where we're the North,
Now
South Carolina down, North Carolina up.
You got the South Carolina track though.
It don't matter.
All right, I'll take South. You take North. Even though I got a North Carolina track, you got a South Carolina track.
I don't lose. So it don't matter.
So we'll put $100 on it.
I think we can check a bit.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. The North guys, y'all better not let me down.
All right, South guys. I'm
You better not.
I'm rallying behind you right now.
You better not. Let me down. We're gonna fire all y'all if y'all do let me down.
I probably should have looked up everybody's address before I took that.
No, there's good. The southeast, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia. There's nobody in the country can outrun them guys right there. It just it don't matter. We produce the best drivers in the country.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen some really, really great racing. At these series that I go to Terry, and he's telling the truth. I've watched multiple different races across the country, and then you look at those events, and you got the best of the best out there.
Good stuff. Hunter Weaver threw out there, Rooster versus Swanee, 5-lap competition, caution. Chug a beer, 5 more laps, caution, chug a beer, 5 more laps, chug a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
That would be nasty.
Triple T. We made that happen. Adam backyard race.
I don't know. That might be
that.
Ainer. That's a.
That's Triple T.
That's a situation.
That's Triple T. That way we can get his fans there and his fans there. It's got to happen at Triple T.
I guarantee you. I can
We
tell you.
need to make that happen. Race number 2, Daryl.
How many
of
laps
your
is that?
backyard, you need to do that.
What are the total laps? We just got to find out how many.
You can't go to more than 2 because he'll be out of air.
You got 15 there.
15 laps.
Cut her back to 10.
My money's
What?
on Swanee.
15.
My money's on Swanee.
15.
I'm going to have to start training.
Oh,
Rooster
man.
cannot make
I'm
it.
in trouble.
15. You can do 15.
I should have picked what I wanted first. I just got in
I'm
trouble.
gonna need one.
Andy's going to quit my team, and he ain't even started yet.
I'm gonna need one of them straps to hold my head.
Well, I got Andy
some of those straps.
Andy's on my team. You might
If-
be having him driver, but ask Andy where.
If there's anybody, if there's anybody out there that's got a go-kart that near Swanee could fit in, because we're up for the big generation.
The hell with it. Don't even put a seat on. I'll sit on the bars. It don't make shit.
Oh, he's Johnny's in it.
This has got to happen. What's
Okay.
race number 2?
So-
What's your race number 2 in the backyard?
So Bobby
4-9.
Jackson. Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, 4-9.
No, that's your Saturday night race, 4-9.
Saturday night race was moved to 4-2.
Okay.
So here's the
We
thing.
need to, hey, Swanee, Rooster, we need to make that happen.
Bobby,
Y'all racing that weekend?
if Bobby Jackson will put $100 on the line,
Yeah, they got to have a purse.
we got to have $100 on the line. And he said, chug a beer and eat 5 chicken wings.
They got to be hot, though.
That's race.
Bobby Jackson, they got to be hot.
That's race 5 laps. Jump out of the go-kart, eat 5 chicken wings and chug a beer.
They
That
gotta
way
be
we
hot.
don't be drinking and driving
They
too
got to be
much.
hot, though. They got to be them some bitches that Bobby give me
I'm out of
that night out there.
I'm out of the hot business. I like to burn up in here one night over a damn chip.
Oh, you had one of those hot
Damn
chips?
right.
Oh,
That
man.
Danny B's.
Yeah. I'm just eating the chicken wing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'll be a lap ahead of you. So I'll be good. I'll be done with my wings before you even
Hey, look at there.
Hey, look at there. All right.
got people all
Hey,
over
we got
right now.
$50 on it right now. So
I got 100.
okay.
I got 100.
They'll have
Bellamy, he ain't said it yet, but he got 100 too. Bellamy got 100 too. Daryl's got 100.
I would put $100
I'm in your
on
pocket right now. I got 100.
But we got to have
Bellamy
go-karts
got
to
100.
race.
I don't make shit. We'll find it. Somebody's got a go-kart.
We get you go-karts. That don't
Being,
matter.
not
That's a
being,
done deal.
whatever.
Race number 2 of the backyard series. Let's make it happen.
What date is
right
it?
now.
What they did.
Let's look
I'm
it up,
taking
Daryl. Make
your
sure we got
ass
the right
now.
date.
Y'all
I'm reading these comments, and I'm in a lot of trouble. Race number 2 is 4-9.
You sure?
Because
that's only like 2 weeks away. Let's look up
if it
Triple
is,
T.
it's no go for me.
Well, let's see what
Let's see.
Let's see what the schedules are.
You folks.
You're already backing out.
No,
The backyard series, it is 4-9. You did change that. Okay,
Charlie
so 4-9.
Charlie Council's got 100.
He's got a race.
ain't gonna
it
be
would
here.
have to be during the day.
No, let's pick another day, then. Let's
pick another day.
Let's
we can
pick
do
another day.
5-7.
That'll work.
5-7.
Look it.
5-7.
Let me check my date.
Because
I got $100. Daryl got $100. I'm in Bellangy's pocket right now. He got $100. Council, Charlie, my buddy Charlie Council got
Jonathan's
100.
got 50 on it.
But it's got to be donated to a charity.
that's fine.
That's fine.
We got to pick a charity at the end.
That's fine.
But it is going to be y'all two out
For
there.
five what?
5 laps.
I mean,
Five, seven, I
What?
think.
5-7.
Now you got people that want to get in with it.
St. Jude Fishing to Fight Cancer's coming up.
We can donate the money to that.
Yep.
So
We'll donate the
whoever
money.
wins donates the money to Fishing to Fight
So-
Cancer for St. Jude's Children's
So
Hospital.
it's only you two. That's it.
Yeah.
We ain't changing it.
Yeah.
We ain't changing it. We'll find 5 laps. We stop. Eat your hot chicken wings, whatever. We do 5 more.
We got to go back because we got another $50 in there
Yep.
from
You got
Jonathan.
20 coming up.
Going
Got
up.
a lot of people on it.
20 on the way on Swanee.
Hunter
See,
Weaver
so-
will come call it.
Oh, damn, Brian Ivy's on Pig Size, Bo. He said Swanee's got
Well,
this.
his ass better leave that black flag at home.
Y'all better
Hey,
find something.
there you go right there. Hunter Weaver.
Hunter
He
Weaver
said
will
he'll
come call it. He'll come call
That-
it.
Y'all
hey,
better
Hunter
find
will-
something to pull his ass out of the sand trap when I dump him going
Ow!
dumping into one.
This is getting
You better find something to pull you around the track. You better get some damn bookie power. or something.
5-7.
Need
Y'all
something.
need to be a triple T, and we got Swanee Rooster going down. So, and
got-
the money is going to fight.
I think we
cancer.
should do 10 laps.
I got
That's fine. What,
That's all right,
10?
5 and 5.
5 laps, stop, drink a beer.
Hey, oh, you got to eat hot wings from Bobby Jackson. You got
Okay.
to eat hot wings.
Yeah, I would say it had to be a
Hot wings
Had to be
first, then do 5 more laps, and then stop and chug the beer and be done.
That works.
Oh, five laps on fire?
Yeah.
You gotta
So
do,
eat the wings first, go 5 more laps till you get a beer.
no, you do 5 laps, stop, eat 5 chicken
Why do I
wings.
always got
hot-ass
burned
chicken
up for
wings,
this
and go
shit?
out there and do your fish.
And then do the 5 laps, come back,
Yep.
then you get a beer.
Yeah, then
Oh,
you
yeah.
get
Oh, Andy put 50 on it too.
Andy.
Hey, I think-
50 my ass, Bo. It's $100.
I'm not real good with hot, bro.
Well, it's good. Hey, neither one
But
of you are.
he sat here and let me burn my ass up in here.
5,
You all right,
7.
Lou?
We're
You
going
all
down.
right?
Triple T, the Black Widow, we're going down.
Yep.
Swanee
So
and
5-7
Rooster.
on 5-7, May 7th.
Yes, sir.
I'm game.
I can do as many beers as you want. I just can't do the hot wings,
Come
bro.
on.
No, we got to do the hot
Wait,
wings,
you-
Bo. You that's only 5 wings, Bo.
Yeah, but you don't understand, man.
If you're scared, let us know. We'll find somebody else. Or just let us know. We'll get Bobby Jackson to do it. Bobby ain't scared.
We'd have to go get him from the nursing home and all that shit. That's like a full day to sign his ass out of there.
I mean, but do you think about the money we could raise for charity?
Oh,
negative.
Charlie got the best thing
No.
ever. Put a shot collar on you
No,
while you're
no,
out there. Charlie, you own some now, buddy.
Nah.
Heck yeah.
I mean, it's going to be all I can do to refrain from throwing up just racing 10 laps in a go-kart.
Well, it's 5 and 5, baby. You got a break.
5.
You got a break. We'll give you oxygen. We'll have the EMS out there. We'll give you oxygen.
But how long of a break is it? Because I'm going to need a can of corn in between all that.
Depends on how big of a corn. Oh, hell.
We'll figure that out.
Shots fired.
That is shots fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was shots fired.
I'm down for anything. Let me make sure. You know what? We're not racing for points this year. Ain't a big deal to me. We already
5-7.
won
Rooster
one this
is
year.
done. Swanee already said he's good. 5-7.
Is it
Which would be
5-7?
backyard
5-7.
number 3.
Yeah, because we can't do 4-9. I got a bandage race.
5-7. And let's put it together. We'll
I
get,
gotta
don't
start-
worry about the go-kart. We'll make that happen.
I got to start training right now.
You
What?
better start training right now.
Yeah, but
You better
no,
get Bobby Jackson give you some hot sauce.
Well, Bobby just said he's going to give him, what did he call it? Zaxby's wimpy sauce?
Wimpy
He
sauce.
said he's gonna give
No,
him-
Bobby, you're fired,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah,
Not too hot, man.
Fired.
You got to give him that scorching.
Yeah,
you got to go
it's gotta
scorching.
be hot.
Hey, don't, if you see me on my wife's, what is that damn bicycle thing she got? Paraphellus or what's it
whatever the
called?
hell it is.
Fair fella.
What's the high sophisticated bicycle thing with the TV on it?
I ain't never seen it.
Oh, a Peloton.
Yeah,
Peloton, whatever that
the
shit.
Peloton. If
Andy
you see me
said-
on the Peloton, don't
Hey,
be
that
judging.
TENS unit that we done with Andy's wedding over there, that's what y'all need to be on. We need to have that on you before we can shock your ass.
Oh, while they're driving? Oh,
while
man.
they're driving.
No, dude, because I already can't drive. I'm telling you, when
So,
I told
listen,
you I was out
listen,
of breath.
This is the way to bring money into it. Listen, we'll have a remote control. Listen, hear me out.
yeah.
Hear me out. Time out. For if you want to push the button,
know how much
hold
money
on,
I've raised for
time
charity?
out, Rooster. I got a perfect plan. If you want to push the button, it costs you $25 to push the button to
Oh,
change
shit.
it.
No.
So if you want to change
Oh,
Swanee,
you could really rack up.
dude, we can give a
Big
lot of
time.
money to fighting cancer.
I mean, I'll be out there like,
you
son
push
of a-
the button on the remote, which I got a couple dog collars. We'll put on your ass. And it's $25 if you want to push the button. $25. You know how much money we could raise for that, Rooster? I tell you what, I'm gonna volunteer Bellamy too. You two do it, and then me and Bellamy will do it. Or no, hell no, I got one better. Me and Daryl do it, two promoters, and y'all can pay $25 for every time you pull the trigger.
Damn, we might need
On
to find-
shocking
we might
ride.
need-
Shock me.
Shot when we're on the racetrack.
If it's got anything to do with Shock and Terry, we might need to like go clear some more land out that night.
We might want to
I
take
got
that
a
because
heart murmur, man.
You're about to see a comment up there that says Gina's going to say Daryl cannot ride a go-kart. That's our agreement,
Hey.
or he has to retire.
Thank you,
it's all
Jonathan.
for the fighting cancer. That's all
Jonathan
it is.
said no on the shocking.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Well,
John-
Bellamy can sit down on the sidelines with his little ring pop and suck on that while we're out there racing.
Oh,
That's what Bellamy can do. If he's scared, he can just stay right there.
See? Already 100 on the trigger.
100 on the trigger.
There you go. There you go, Bubba.
I might be in a
it's
race.
on, Bo.
I might
Me
be in
and
a
you
race.
out there with a shot collar on, $100 a pull. We get some money for the fighting cancer, buddy. We can do this.
And you
We can-
invited
thank you,
him
Bobby.
on
Thank
this
you.
show.
I declare.
You did. You invited him.
And it costed
And
me
he's
to
right
invite
there.
him.
And
Somebody
now
may hit
we
that
get
flag
tortured
stand if we did that.
That's okay though. I'm game. You can turn it. Matter of fact, you can turn that some bitch up. Give you since you're a little weak, you can do
No, I mean, I just got a lot to live
25%
for.
and give me.
That's a
100%.
widowmaker, that flag stand.
Give me 100%, and we'll put you at 25%.
John, yeah.
I'll take the.
Oh,
whole
no.
shot.
I ain't going to let you steal the show like that. Now, if you got 100, I'm taking 100.
Okay, well,
That's how that rolls.
Let's
Hey,
go.
hey.
It is on. So we got two races. You two.
Yeah, y'all are going to do the shot collar. We're going to do the beer
You're
and
gonna do the
wings.
chicken wings.
I'm actually.
We're
I,
beer
Me and
and
Daryl's
hot
doing
wings.
shot wings.
Okay.
I,
And it costs you.
I'd like
we
to do
won't
the
make
wings and beer.
$100 because we want a lot of shock. So it's $25.
I really would like to do the wings and beer, though.
No, they can't bail out on me now. It's me and you with the shock, baby. Me and they get the chicken wings, and you and I get the shock collar.
Yep. The talent's got-
If you want to push the shock button, $25, and it goes to the fighting cancer.
Fishing to fight cancer.
Fishing the fighting cancer.
That's the St. Jude's fishing tournament this year.
the
It
talent.
is on May 7th. Everybody out there,
Jonathan,
bring your
I
money.
agree with you. He took it a little. Yeah.
Whose
one of
go-karts
us is
are we
going through a
racing?
Hell, I
fence.
don't know. You think Alan's got something over there in the woods?
I got two go karts.
Okay,
sure.
good. Can we? So Sunday we need to be out there, if we can.
Yeah, if you got them, hell, I got there.
I'm saying, have you got something to fit my big ass? You see what you're working with? I'm talking about.
We got one for you, buddy.
got a
We got
bear?
one. I got one right now. You
I
can sit
mean,
right
I
here.
am a zebra cake, baby. You know what I'm saying? I am fluffy and cream, daddy.
Bellamy wants to talk mess. Bellamy, well, hey, you're gonna have to get that shot collar on too, buddy.
Hey, Bellamy, I may have to tap out, and you may have to come in for me. I'm not sure yet. I got to make sure my wife is game for it.
No, she already said she got $100 on it.
But she might want to push your button, though. She might not be talking about
No,
mine.
she.
You think it's mine?
She'll get more satisfaction of pushing the button for you than she will me. I promise you. She'll
I'm
be like,
just telling
"Let me
you."
show you, buddy. She may put up to a 300
What have you
to
done?
do that.
What have you? What I mean,
We just talked
It's
ourselves
on.
into
It-
some crazy racing.
we went from talking on here to being.
Hey,
Now we're
Jody
yeah.
Chavis says, just set me up where I need to send the money.
See,
That's what I'm talking about.
They said Dale Johnson's going to save his money for shock Terry.
Dale Johnson.
So we-
Dale Johnson.
We got to get
Buddy.
somebody
Buddy.
who can collect the money.
Buddy. Dale
And
Johnson, I tell you, buddy, be careful now. Y'all went down to Aner down there and cleaned house down there, but we could have changed that by in the tech room. So you might want to be careful where you donate your money
yeah.
to.
Yeah, you damn right it
You
is.
damn right, Hunter.
matter of fact, where's the damn block button?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah.
Hunter, it's your doing.
Hunter has to come call it, though. So.
Yeah.
Hunter has to be there. Hunter has to come call it.
Hunter's amazing. Is he still doing the dirt 24/7?
He does.
Make sure you tie. I think that's Tuesday
I'll
nights.
tell you what.
Andy, don't bring that unit to
Definitely
the track
look
Friday.
into Hunter
bring
Weaver's
bring
dirt
bring
24/7.
Andy. I tell you what, right now, I tell you, Darryl, I'm paying Hunter Weaver. I'm paying Hunter Weaver that night to come May 7th, and we're going to see how much money we raise.
You know what this reminds
Between
me
them
of?
two right there and us
that's
two
true.
right here.
You know
We're
what
gonna
this?
see how much
That'd be
money
pretty
we
cool.
can raise.
You know what this
for
reminds me of? Remember when we did Who's Your Mama?
Yeah, we did.
And how much fun we had with
bringing that
Who's
back.
Your
That was a
Mama?
GOAT series,
Yeah,
and we bringing it back, baby.
that was man. Did you ever see any of that? Who's Your
didn't.
Mama?
Oh my God!
This is back when Terry liked me and I was invited to do awards banquets. He had us come in, man, and we did these events for the moms. And it was like you'd run to this table and you would grab whatever's on the list, like air chuck and wrench and gear, 87 gear. So we'd have about 5 different gears. I'd have to grab the right
Crystal
one.
Pate
Yeah.
won it.
Well, Crystal's legs are about 8 foot tall.
She is,
and she's
only like 5'2", but her legs are like 6 foot.
She was
crazy. It's crazy how it works out.
She
like
come through that shit like a gazelle. I ain't lying.
A gazelle of all animals.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. But I think this will be fun, and I know I can outrun Swanee, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh.
It's just the hot wing eating part's going to be hard for me. So I've got your ass on the go-kart end. You got me on the hot wing end, so we're going to have to figure that out.
All right.
You know, I'm gonna have to take advice from Terry because he had all that meat in his mouth at one time, and
oh my God!
With the chicken wing contest, I have to get some notes on there.
It is on, son. It is on. We got two duels
Jody
going on.
Jody said he had fun DJing the Triple T Awards banquet if he ever gets invited back. So don't feel bad, Jody. Me and you both.
We're gonna bring that back.
Yeah,
we're definitely. But it is on like Donkey Kong. We got two charity things going on.
Yep.
You two, y'all gonna do the hot wing things, and me and Daryl's doing the shot.
So we got 5 laps. How's it gonna work? So I know how to train.
5 and 5.
You got
5 laps. Stop.
5 and 5.
And
Eat
we'll
the
figure
chicken
something.
wings.
To
Eat
do
the chicken
too,
wings.
5 and
5 laps. Get out. Chug the beer down. Slam it, and that's who wins.
That's who
Yep.
wins.
And then y'all's is the other the shot caller.
We'll do 5 and 5 too. We'll figure something to do at a halftime.
We're probably going to have a halftime. Jenny gets a hold of that shocker, I'm done. I mean, I might not make it
But I
5
can tell you
laps.
right now, she's putting all her money on you.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no money when you get home because she's
I'm
gonna use
not.
it all. You're gonna burn it all
She's
up.
gonna take all of her aggressions out on you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet I need to.
And there's got to be an award at the end of this too.
And I know,
What Hunter's saying.
Dale Johnson thinks he's going to put a bunch of money up on me, but I think he's going to reconsider that after we talk. I want to make sure he knows it.
I want to see the lines though. How many are going to shock you and how many are going to shock me? I mean,
Oh hell, there ain't enough room on the property.
I've only had one person tell me they're going to shock me.
I'm in
so
trouble.
far, so I
I'm in
think you're in a
trouble.
bind,
I'm
buddy.
in trouble.
Hell,
I'm in trouble because this guy right here is probably going to buy half of them.
Oh well, you didn't invite him to the bake with us.
So
My wife, I'm taking all her money from her.
the champ said 5 laps, eat wings, 5 laps, and chug the beer.
Tyler Seeley.
Tyler's on it.
Tyler Seeley. Do you not remember our football days, buddy? You better rethink that. You better rethink what you're
So
saying.
he
right
gets
there,
to pay
buddy.
$100 to shock Terry.
I'm down with that.
Bellamy, I will black flag you,
I'm gonna
Bellamy.
be
I'm
honest,
telling you, Dale Johnson and Bellamy is going to get black flag.
I've only had
They're getting black flag.
one person say they were going to shock me. I'm feeling good about the race.
Your wife's going to do it
That's-
about 20 times.
I want to cut the damn
So
cord in half.
they hadn't said they're not trying to shock him now, but after Saturday we might want to come back and they'll probably be like, "Oh yeah, we changed our mind. We're going to shock him." not
Oh,
Terry."
if it don't turn out great this weekend, I'm sure that there'll be a big line. They're like, "Who is this guy?"
I'm game. Money's going for fighting for cancer. Hey,
Yeah.
I think that's
bring your
trying to
money
get
is
both
all I
of
can
them.
tell you. I promise you I can handle it. So whatever you want to do, you bring it. You ain't got enough money to scare me out of this. Now, this guy right here, he eats Jello pudding in the morning. So he might be affected by that, but I'm not. Let's bring it.
Dang. And you can only hold it down for a certain amount of seconds. Miss Gallimore, Mr. Gallimore,
How long
Patrick.
do we get to hold it down? Patrick,
5 seconds. We doing law enforcement. Five, we call it 5 second rides. You got to take 5 seconds per ride. 5 seconds.
oh, I'm good.
Hey, Gina, give him some Depends diapers, and he'll be good to go.
Well, I'm glad at least we're into eating chicken now, Swanson.
Yeah.
So
Down the entire time, and they got a drink.
Ooh, Gina's trying to make it complicated now.
So what? Well, we could change the rules. We could actually just have a race,
No, we getting shot.
and then we just
You
after
are
the race,
not getting out
after-
of that.
after
We're
the race,
getting
we try
shot.
to drink a beer, and they can shock us. or
No.
something.
I know you try to talk yourself out of it, and you're a little scared right now.
Terry,
nervous.
I
Put your
don't.
big pool panties on.
Terry, I
it's $25 per pool.
Terry, I'm trying to save your life. You,
Nah,
did you notice
I-
that these folks are lining up to shock you?
It shocked me.
They're
All I
lining
know
up.
is every time they push that button, it's
How good's your
$25
heart,
more
Terry?
to fight
Huh?
cancer.
How good's your heart, Terry?
I'm good. Don't worry about me.
You worry about me a little bit.
Matter of fact, we do 2 to 1.
But
So
hey,
even if they want to get you, for
They
the
sh-
second
hey.
person, they give it to me.
they shocked Tojo in here the other night, and he said
Parallel.
parallel acres, son.
5-7, folks. May 7th. That'd be race number 3 in the
We got
backyard
to
at Triple
practice.
T.
We got to get out
They said
there.
we wouldn't be
Hopefully,
able to hold a
we're gonna
beer.
get out there Sunday and practice. I'm gonna take video of Swanee practicing this. See, have you got something we can ride Sunday?
Yeah, we got something you can ride.
Okay,
Sunday.
so
we got 4 or 5 go-karts at his place.
So we're going to go Sunday.
Hey, what size seat
and
would you
practice.
guys?
I'm a big
I
dude,
gotta
bro.
find something with a seat.
Hell, I don't even know. Dude. I mean,
I got one of these tires. All
got
of
one?
these.
Okay.
All of these tires.
Bring it out, and if
It's
got
got
a
like
seat,
an
I can
extra
get some
large
laps
seat
in.
on it.
Okay.
I'm in the process of getting 2 or 3 go-karts built up so fans can get out there and run in it. One of them has an extra large seat in it.
Cool. All right, so
we'll
we'll
make
go
it
out
happen.
there and we'll
We'll
try
make
to
it happen.
practice Sunday and see how bad you're going to get whooped. That way you can go home and think about it. And but I want to throw out there before we get ready to get it. What a great night, man! It's a great night on the show. I want to throw out there, guys. This is awesome. Just want to say that the good old days of dirt will be back after 2 years of coronavirus lockdown. May the 2nd, we will be at Fender Civic Association Walking Trail. If you have not came to the good old days of dirt, you've definitely got to come out there and check that out. We had about 250 folks that come out, stretching all the way from Virginia to Georgia. A lot of the guys that raced at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. It was, man, all kinds of fun stuff.
Thank
you
you,
came
Talon.
out and
Thank
shot
you,
it.
Talon.
and-
Yeah, it was cool to see all them people, all them guys show up. Some people I hadn't seen in years was there, man. It was,
Yeah.
Tyler Seeley, you and I got to talk, buddy.
Well, man, I tell you what, it's been a great time. We got the clock on out of here. We kind of ran over our time just a little bit, but hey, it's been a great time. We had a good time. I'll see your ass on the track coming up in May. This Sunday, we're going to go down and practice.
May 7th.
So y'all get ready for all that. Man, if y'all got anything else you need to say?
Love you. Mean it.
Hey, see you guys Saturday.
Hey, man.
Thank you guys for having us.
I wish we was at the awards banquet, but we're not going to be. For AJ Belanger Motorsports here tonight, also powered by HBM Reaper Tire. It is Shine Runners Racing Radio. We'll see y'all in a few weeks. It's going to be a good time. Don't forget, come out and support this weekend, no matter what track it is. Make sure you're supporting local racing and have a good time. We appreciate each and every one of you. Deuces.
See ya. Appreciate